Hi friends, in this lecture I'm going to cover the most important reports and indices for the UPSC Prelims 2026. Guys, every year in the UPSC Prelims examination, you can expect at least one question from reports and indices. These questions are very easy, and if you prepare properly, you can easily ensure 2 marks in the prelims examination. Guys, I promise you, after you complete this lecture, you will be very confident that any question coming from this theme you will be easily answering in 2026 prelims examination. So first of all, we have to understand what kind of questions have come from this theme in the last 10 years. So guys, there are two kinds of questions which have come from this theme. One is direct question. They'll give you the name of index, or they will give you the name of report, and they will ask you the organization which publishes that report. The second type of question which they can give you is that what are the indicators which are used to prepare that index. You can see this question which was asked about the global hunger index. So some reports we have to just prepare what is the organization, and some indices which are really important ones we have to prepare the indicators also. So guys, I have prepared an entire list of important reports, and I'm going to give you the reasons also why these reports is important and can be asked by the question setter. First and the most important organization is World Bank and IMF. Guys, because of the recent Iran war, there is an economic crisis throughout the world. And recently there was a meeting of World Bank and IMF, which is also called the spring meeting. And therefore, guys, the reports brought out by World Bank and IMF becomes very important. You can see this flashcard here. I have prepared all the important reports of IMF and World Bank. You can go through it. I will highlight the most important ones. First one is the World Economic Outlook by the IMF. Second one is the Global Financial Stability Report, again by the IMF. And next one is the Fiscal Monitor, again by the IMF. Okay, so these three reports are very important. Also, guys, in the last few years, Article 4 consultation reports are also in news. So you can expect question about this topic also. Next, you have balance of payment statistics. This is also in news, so you can also have a note of it. Coming to World Bank reports, the most important report brought out by World Bank is World Development Report. Next one is the World Economic Prospects Report. These two are the most important report brought out by the World Bank. You can go through the other reports also, for example, Human Capital Index, Logistics Performance Index. These are the two indexes which are brought out by World Bank, which are very important. Logistic Performance Index was very much in news few years back. Okay, even the Human Capital Index was in news. Guys, India has a very young demography, so human capital becomes very important. So Human Capital Index is also a very important topic. Also, guys, commodities market outlook. This is again a very important report. Recently, gold prices are high, so commodities are very much in news. Next, business ready report. This is also a very important. Okay, next, ease of doing business report. This is also very important. Okay, so these are some of the important reports by World Bank and IMF which should definitely be prepared by you. This is really very important. Okay, before you prepare any report, you should prepare World Bank and IMF. I have a feeling that there will be one question from the World Bank and IMF this year. Okay, before we move on, guys, I would like to tell you that this is my Telegram channel. If you have not joined my Telegram channel, do join my Telegram channel. In the next 7 days, I'll be giving a lot of predictions for the UPSC Prelims 2026. Moving on, guys, this year, guys, the world debt level have hit 353 trillion. Okay, particularly the US debt has reached record high. In this context, guys, you should prepare various reports related to debt. So you can see these reports: A World of Debt by UNCTAD, External Debt Sustainability by UNCTAD, then International Debt Report by World Bank, and Fiscal Monitor by IMF. These reports are also very important because they are related to global debt. Guys, in economy, you can get question on debt. If you see last few years, UPSC is focusing on debt. Okay. Next is WTO. Guys, this year we are observing 30th anniversary of WTO. Therefore, WTO becomes very important for the prelims examination. You can prepare some of the reports by WTO, for example, World Trade Report. Next, Trade Policy Review Report. Okay, so these are some of the important reports by World Trade Organization. You can have a look at it, other reports also. This flashcards you can get access if you want. You can call this number and you can get access to these flashcards. Next, guys, ILO. This year ILO is very important because Government of India has implemented labor codes this year. The four labor codes have got operationalized now. Therefore, guys, ILO becomes very important. You can see ILO comes out with World Employment and Social Outlook Report, Global Wage Report, World Social Protection Report, India Employment Report, Global Estimate of Modern Slavery. Okay, you can see these reports. You can have a look at it. Okay, World of Work Report. Okay, so anything related to workers and work is by ILO. So ILO is also very important. So you can see all the major international organization, whether it is World Bank and IMF, then the WTO, and then the ILO. All these four are very important international organizations, and all of them are in news for a reason. I have given you reason. For example, WTO 30th anniversary. Why IMF and World Bank? Because there is an economic crisis. The world is staring at stagflation. The world is staring at flagflation. So these reports are very important. These reports are very important. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take an index which I feel should come in 2026 prelims examination. If I was the question setter, I will definitely frame a question on fiscal health index report. Guys, this index is brought out by Niti Aayog. Guys, in 2025, Niti Aayog has released the first fiscal health index. Guys, fiscal health index evaluates the fiscal health of 18 major states for the year 2022-2023. The idea is to assess fiscal stability, debt sustainability, and expenditure quality of the states. Guys, you know that in India, most of the states are under the burden of debt. Because of the culture of freebies, the debt levels of states are increasing, and therefore the debt sustainability is becoming very critical. In this context, Niti Aayog has come out with this index to assess the fiscal health of the states. Guys, in 2025 report, Odisha was ranked 1, Chhattisgarh ranked 2, and Goa was ranked 3. Guys, here you can see that the indices which are used for preparing this index or the indicators are the quality of expenditure, revenue mobilization, fiscal prudence, debt index, and debt sustainability. So, guys, you can see debt is one topic which is really very, very important. I personally believe that in economy you can get one question on debt this year. This is very, very important. So, prepare this index also very important. Moving on, guys, you can see this year the World Bank has raised the international poverty line from $2.15 to $3. Okay, so poverty is one topic which becomes very important for prelims 2026. Therefore, guys, two index. One is the multi-dimensional poverty index, which is released by UNDP and Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative. Guys, this has 10 indicators. This has 10 indicators. You can see nutrition, child mortality, then year of schooling and school of attendance. These are the four. Next, we have the cooking, sanitation, drinking, electricity, housing, and assets. Okay, so there are three dimensions. Health dimension has two indicators. Education dimension have two indicators, and living standards have six indicators. This is the multidimensional poverty index by UNDP and Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative. Guys, for the national level, it is the Niti Aayog which comes out with national multi-dimensional poverty index. Guys, the only difference between the national multi-dimensional poverty index and the United Nations Development Program multi-dimensional poverty index is that instead of 10 indicators, here they are using 12 indicators. What are the extra indicators? One is the antenatal care and other is the bank account. You can see here there is nothing called bank account. So they have added bank account and they have also added the antenatal care. So guys, they may also ask you the comparison between the Niti Aayog multidimensional poverty report and the World Multidimensional Poverty Report, which is brought out by UNDP. I hope I'm making myself very clear. Guys, I am bringing these very important topics which I feel can definitely come in the prelims examination. Guys, also you can expect question on poverty estimates for this year's prelims examination in the subject of economy. Next, guys, very controversial, and it was in news last year, and it was reported in various newspaper, was the passport index, Henley passport index. Guys, these days, lot of travel vloggers from India, they are visiting the world. They are going to different countries, and sometimes they face problem related to visa. Okay, so here there is lot of debate about how strong is India's passport. How strong is India's passport? In this context, guys, there is a report or there is a index which is called Henley Passport Index. Okay, which is basically brought by Henley in association with International Air Transport Association. Okay, so basically it ranks countries as per the number of destinations where the passport holder can visit without a prior visa. Without a prior visa. Okay. So, guys, India is ranked 85th out of 199 countries in the latest Henley Passport Index of 2025. India has slipped 5 places from last year. Therefore, there was a lot of debate that is India's passport ranking falling? Okay, so I think that this can be a question. Okay, generally UPSC question answers do not give those questions where India is falling in rank, so they may also avoid this question. But you should know how this index is calculated. Okay, many smaller countries, okay, in terms of our economy, they have a better ranking than India. For example, Rwanda, Ghana, and Azerbaijan, they have a better ranking. Okay, so Singapore is one country which is topping this index. Okay, Singapore tops this index. It has visa-free arrival for 193 nations. India has only for 57 countries. Okay, this is very important. Next, moving on, guys, what I have done is that I have collected all important index, okay, which was in news last year, okay, in a table format. For example, guys, the Corruption Perception Index, okay, Transparency International, World Press Freedom Index, Reporters Without Borders, Rule of Law Index, okay, World Justice Report, okay, then Energy Transition Index, World Economic Forum, then Global Climate Risk Index, German Watch. Then we have here, okay, Global Competitiveness Index, International Institute of Management, Global Innovation Index, WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, then World Happiness Index, UNDP. Okay, you can see United Nations Development Solutions. Okay, next, we have the Gender Inequality Index, UNDP. Then Henley Passport Index we have done. Human Development Index, UNDP. Okay. And Climate Performance Index, German Watch. Okay. So you can have a look at it. Okay. These cards are very important. You can get all these cards. You can call this number. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go deeper into some of the important reports which can be asked by the prelims in the prelims examination. But before that, guys, let me tell you that we have prepared a list of important topics for the last week. Okay, so this list you can get, this has only important topics for last week. I have analyzed last 1.5 year of current affairs, and also I have analyzed last 25 years PYQs, and then only I have prepared this list. You can call this number and you can get this list. This is really very important. Okay, so this is my Telegram channel. Here you will be getting this list. Okay, so now let us discuss some of the important indices in depth. So guys, recently you can see in 2025 UNDP Human Development Index, India's rank in the HDI index has increased to 130. Okay, so from the previous one, our rank has improved. You can see India is up 3 spots to 130 out of 193 nations. Okay, so you can see, guys, India right now, if you see, is placed in the medium human development category. Why? Because India's human development index value is 0.67, okay, 0.676, okay, 0.676 in 2022, and in 2023 it was 0.685. So it is very close to zero point 0.7. It is very close to zero point 0.7. Why zero point 0.7 is important? Because zero point 0.7 is considered as a threshold for high human development index. So right now India is in the medium category, but India in some coming years may come into the high human development category also. Okay. So 2025 report has been titled as a matter of choice, peoples and possibility in the age of AI. Okay. So you can have a look at it. You can see from 133, our ranking has improved, okay, to 130. So this can be one topic which can be asked in the prelims examination. Guys, for the first time, India's okay value of the life expectancy at birth is at the highest. You can see it is at the highest. You can see 72 years, okay, which is very important. But when we consider the inequality adjusted human development index, our value decreases by 30%, which is one of the highest drop in value because of inequality. So inequality is very high in India. Next, we have the Global Gender Gap Report, World Economic Forum. Here it is prepared using four indicators: economic participation, education attainment, political empowerment, and health and survival. Next, we have the Global Inequality Index. This is by gender inequality index by UNDP. So this is global gender gap report by World Economic Forum, and gender inequality index by UNDP. Okay, here we have three dimensions: reproductive health, empowerment, and labor market. So you can see this has four indicators and this has three dimensions. Okay, so you should know the difference between them because they may sometimes confuse you. They can change and they can confuse you. Okay. Next, guys, you can see here India's innovation rank. India's innovation rank has improved. You can see India improves its innovation rank to 38th in 2025 from 66th in 2019. This is a really very important, and this has been highlighted by economic survey also. So this becomes very important. So guys, this okay, Global Innovation Index is released by which organization? WIPO, very important. WIPO, okay? It's a very, very important organization. So this index is also very important. India's rank has improved to 38th, okay? And previously it was 48th in 2023, okay? And it was just 66th in 2019, okay? So you can see how we are improving. Why this is important? Because now, guys, Government of India is focusing on research and development. This year, this scheme, RDI scheme, okay, research and development scheme is very important. Even the National Anusandhan Research Foundation, Anusandhan Research Foundation, that also is very, very important. Okay, this organization is also very important. Next, guys, Network Readiness Index. This is also very important. Okay, you can see India's rank is 45th, okay, in 2025. So this can also come. Okay, this can also come. This is also very important. Network Readiness Index. Okay, so they may basically ask you which organization releases it. So you can see here Portulans Institute based in Washington. Portulans Institute based in Washington, and India's ranking has improved. India's ranking has improved. Okay, four slots to improve to 45th. Okay, so four slots it has improved. Again, very important. The four pillars for calculating this network readiness index is technology, people, governance, and impact. Next, guys, global remittances report. Guys, this is in news. India is a country which receives highest remittances, but because of the Gulf War, the remittances can fall. So here the report you should remember is World Bank Migration and Development Brief. World Bank Migration and Development Brief. This is very important. Next, guys, I have collected some reports related to environment because environment is one theme which is becoming very popular. Okay, this is again very important. Have a look at it. You can expect a question from this. Next, guys, you can see Energy Transition Index. This is basically by World Economic Forum. Then World Air Quality Report by IQ Air. Then, guys, SDG India Index, SDG India Index by Niti Aayog. Okay, Niti Aayog. Then Good Governance Index, Department of Public Administration and Public Grievances. Okay, Department of Administration and Public Grievances. Then, guys, World Economic Forum comes out with so many import reports and indices. Okay, you can see here Global Human Capital Index, Global Information Technology Report, okay, Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report, Global Competitiveness Report, okay, Global Enabling Trade Report, okay, Global Gender Gap Index. Okay, global risk report, energy transition index. So please go through the World Economic Forum because this is a very important organization. Multiple times questions have come from this organization. So I have collected all the reports and indices of World Economic Forum at one place. Have a look at it. Next, guys, annual survey for unincorporated sector enterprises. This also you can just have a look. Okay, not that important. Next, guys, this is very important. Panchayat Advancement Index. This was a new index which was released in April last year, 2025, by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Basically, it assesses the panchayats, okay, for achievement of sustainable development goal. Okay, so Panchayat Advancement Index, there are, you can see, nine themes. Okay, which are the nine themes? Poverty free, healthy panchayat, child friendly panchayat, water sufficient panchayat, clean and green panchayat, self sufficient infrastructure panchayat, social justice panchayat, good governance panchayat, and women friendly panchayat. Okay, these are the nine themes which are used for this. So this is also very very important because it's a new index which has been brought. Another, guys, there is one report which has come, which has, you can see here, ranked India the ninth position, okay, for the total forest cover. The name of the report is Global Forest Resource Assessment Report. Global Forest Resource Assessment Report. It has brought by FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. Okay, this is again very very important. Okay, you can have a look at it. India Forest Report 2023. You can have a look at this also. Then Digital Payment Index. It is brought by RBI. It is brought by RBI. You can see the parameters are payment enabler, payment infrastructure, okay, payment performance, and consumer centricity. Next, we have Financial Inclusion Index. Financial Inclusion Index, again, it is brought by RBI. Here we have access, usage, and quality. Access, usage, and quality. Okay, these are the three indicators which are used to calculate that. Next, we have Ease of Living Index, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and Municipal Performance Index, again, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay, so these two index were introduced in the year 2021. This is completing 5 years. Therefore, I have included this. The logic, I have a logic also. What are the ways in which the ease of living index is calculated? You can see quality of life, economic activity, sustainability, and citizen perception survey. Okay. So these two index is also very important. Guys, if you're preparing for 2027 or if you know anyone who is preparing for 2027, I have launched my mentorship for 2027. In this mentorship, I'm giving daily 10 important questions which I'm preparing by linking current affairs with the PYQs. So in a year, you will get around 3,700 MCQs which are very important. Guys, these are very unique MCQs because I'm linking the PYQs with the current affairs. So if you know anyone in your circle, if you have a younger brother or if you have know anyone in your college, if you are a first attempter and you know you have juniors, you can suggest them to go for this mentorship. There will be weekly tests, there will be daily targets, and in the end you will get most predicted questions, 10 high quality tests as per the latest UPSC pattern, where I'll give you predicted questions. Further, guys, this test series is very unique. Why? Because in this I'm giving you PYQ analysis of last 25 years, and also I'm going to conduct some live brainstorming sessions how to brainstorm PYQs. So this is a very good prelims mentorship batch. You can connect with my team and you can join it. The static plans, okay, which is the test plan, the weekly test starts from 1st of June. Okay, 1st of June. This is again a very very important announcement I want to make. Thank you, bye bye, and take care.